Recently, I've been doing a lot of videos on layout in Solidworks, and this is just another one. It's kind of another take on doing it. I think this is maybe a bit old school, but I wanted to show you this anyway, just to show you another method that you can use this layout concept for. This is a basic injection mold block. And you've got all the various plates in here. This would fit in a big machine, and it would open. All the parts below this part would move in one direction. All the parts above this part move in another direction. These plates might help you eject a part or create some sort of motion within the mold to create undercuts or whatever. But the way this was created is using a traditional set of layout sketches. If we open these up one by one, we start with a set of pins and the various locations for these pins within the mold die. And we also have a plate layout. This probably should have come first. Got each of the plates sized from one direction, and then another sketch showing the depth of those mold plates from the other direction. And then you can see that each one of these individual plates has an external relationship associated with it. The sketches here and the features are referencing the assembly layout sketch, and that's where these external references are coming from. The plate sketch references the assembly sketch, and then the extrude will extrude up to a point or do a mid-plane extrusion or something like that. And each one of these plates is created in that way. And then, at the end of the process, you've got a series of holes that need to be created. These are created as an assembly feature. You can see here that all of these update sketch icons are listed, and these are typically hidden in SolidWorks, but I've turned these on just to always remind me how many external or in-context relations I'm creating. I think if I were to do this today, I'd do it slightly differently. Instead of doing this in an assembly, I'd probably do it as a multi-body part, and then use a master model command to distribute those individual bodies to separate part files and then bring them back together into an assembly. I think that makes editing a little bit easier, and it also saves you from all of the rebuild and file management hassles that you get when you're making in-context relationships. This is still a good example, and you can probably create something like this on your own just from seeing this example. But again, this is just the standard SolidWorks layout. If you watch the other videos on layout, this is the layout with the small L rather than layout with the capital L. Thanks for watching.